Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining us. Happy Thursday to you and your loved ones. I am glad you're here for another story. Yes, more time together, more time to build community. Thank you so much for joining in today. Glad you're here and see the messages coming in already. Thank you for being here. And of course, we're here for a beautiful story as we continue to celebrate love this week on Story Time. And this one is called Love Is. It is written by DIANE Adams and illustrations by KEANE. Yes, the familiar illustrations of KEANE. Love them. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Welcome. Please let me know where you are and who is joining in with you. I am glad you're bringing this one today. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. What is love to you? And we'll be finding out what love is according to this story. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad you're here. And as you have seen too from the earlier caption, there will be an event coming up. Yes, an exhibition at the California Museum in Sacramento, and I will be there with the reading. So please do join us if you can. The event will both be live and there will be streaming for everybody. So in person and live streamed. So please do join us on either one of those that works for you. It will be a wonderful event. As you know, the Green Book is such an important part of Black history. So we'll be celebrating that and of course diving deeper into what that is. So please do join in. Lots and lots of keynote speakers and many amazing things happening on that day. February 26th. Mark your calendar. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm glad that we'll be doing that. So I'm excited to be there too in person and share story time. Yes, indeed. Wonderful stories prepared. So please be ready for that. Thank you for joining in. Glad you're here. Let us see who is with us. I am pumped for that event and many others to come as well. And this evening too, it is there on the Storytime platforms. There will be an event that Oakland Promise is hosting, and I will repost that as well so that you know what time it is. Join in and enjoy the fun, the learning, and indeed the community. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story? Good morning to you, Terry and Abraham. How are you doing today? Yes, Murishani Mkwai Mwalila Mwashibukeni. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Glad you're here. Abraham wanted to let you know it's his birthday. Oh my God, in 8 days. Abraham, that came around so fast. Happy early birthday to you, buddy. And of course, hopefully we'll be celebrating together on that day too. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely loving it. Happy birthday to you, Abraham. Coming up very soon. And of course, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in. I love it. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciate it. Good morning to you, Amanda West, and of course, Sarah and Nathan in cold and dreary and wet Illinois. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully we can send you some of our sunshine out here. It is looking like it'll be a nice and bright day out here in Oakland. Oh my goodness. Please, please, please do enjoy though, and I hope that you are keeping warm and doing everything that you know best how to. Keep safe. Thank you so much for joining in. You could teach me a thing or two about being in the snow. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely love it. You're so happy we have story time. Well, I'm happy to have you here. Thank you for being here. You are part of this wonderful community and you make story time what it is. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely love it. Thank you indeed. That just brings the sunshine into my life today too. Thank you for being here, Sarah and Nathan, and of course Amanda West. I appreciate you a ton. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you, Marietta. How are you doing? And you're saying hello from sunny Massachusetts. Yes, we're all over today. Sunny, rain, cold, everything in the mix. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely love it. Henry, oh, good morning to you. Hopefully we get to see you soon. I am glad you're here. We're off Monday. I don't know about you, so hopefully we'll see more of the other faces live on Monday when we're here, and it is a day off out here in California. I don't know about where you are. Thank you so much for joining in. Glad we're here together. Yes, indeed. Good morning to you, Chrissy. How are you doing today? Chrissy, we still have to finish our recording. I am excited for that. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. How are you doing today? From rainy Vermont. Thank you so much for joining in. Please do stay warm, and hopefully this book brings us the joy that we need today. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. Bowden, how are you doing, buddy? Are you here with us live or are you joining us later on? Well, still sending you hugs and love. Tons and tons of love. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely love it. Vermont representing in the house. Thank you so much for being here today. Good morning to you, Ingrid. How are you doing? Oh, sending you love, my dear. Thank you so much for joining us out in Patagonia, Argentina. Hope you're doing well. I am very well, thank you. Even better when here for story time. Thank you so much for joining in. Happy Thursday to everybody, you say, and you're ready for story time. Well, thank you for being here, Ingrid, and very soon we will be starting this one. Love is, yes, what is love to you? This one by DIANE Adams and illustrations by KEANE. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. And of course, we're reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining us today. Good morning to you. Oh, we're on it. Thank you, Chrissy. Absolutely. I think at this time the boys in my court, so we will definitely be connecting further. Thank you so much for joining in. Appreciate you. Hopefully you have a wonderful day today. Thank you, Bowden. Well, Bowden, this high five for you for later. Thank you so much for joining in, buddy. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Please do join us if you can. We will be having a wonderful event out at the museum in Sacramento, the California Museum in Sacramento. Please do join us for that wonderful event. Yes, it will be diving deep into one of the most important things, yes, during Black History. So we will be doing that, and there'll be lots to share, lots to see, including story time. We'll be there. Come and support, come and be there, come and learn. Let us learn together. I'm excited for this one. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Love is coming up very, very shortly. Get ready, get comfortable, get cozy. We'll be right back after this message. Right back.
Hi, my name is Zetta Elliott, and I am the author of 40 books for kids, including Dragons in a Bag and A Place Inside of Me. You're watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Thank you, Zeta. Good morning to you. Please do check out Zeta at zetaelliott.com. Many, many powerful books there indeed. Absolutely love her works. And right now, the latest one is The Witch's Apprentice, which is the third in the series of the Dragon series. So do join in for that one. It is beautiful, beautiful books indeed. And great ones to read with your young ones as well, to all you adults. All right, here we go. Love is. This one coming to you from Diane Adams, illustrations by KEANE, and of course being read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And you know what? I just wanted you to see what's down here. Whoa, look at that. I think the camera is not even doing it justice. I love the cover out here. It is beautiful. So if you have time to have that, check out that yellow on the under the sleeve. It is a beautiful book indeed. But here we go, and lots more to explore. What do you see? All right, here we go. Love Is by Diane Adams, illustrated by KEANE, and read with permission of the publishers Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Love is. Love is holding something fragile, tiny wings and downy head. I'm sure all you parents out there can relate. Everybody who's honestly had a chance to hold something fragile, something tiny with tiny wings and the downy head. Yes, prop that head. Be very gentle. Love is noisy midnight feelings. noisy midnight feedings. Shoebox right beside the bed. Love is noisy midnight feedings. Shoebox right beside the bed. Oh yes. How many of you have had to wake up? Love is, it's peaceful sleeping, no more peeping, tacked in tightly, head to toes. Love is waking up together, side by side, and beak to nose. I love that. It's peaceful sleeping, no more peeping, tacked in tightly, head to toes. Love is waking up together, side by side, and beak to nose. It's early mornings. Oh yes. Messy bath times. Tidying up. And settling down. Who can relate? Love is early mornings, messy bath times, tidying up, and settling down. Love is in familiar voices, feeling lost and being found. Oh yes. Love is familiar voices, feeling lost and being found. It's in the struggles, growing muscles. Oh yes. It's in the struggles, growing muscles. Oh yeah. Ready for a bigger pond. Oh yes. Growing muscles, ready for a bigger pond. It's sensing when the time is right to lift those wings to travel on. Indeed it is. Love is. It's sensing when the time is right to lift those wings, to travel on. Love is nudging, gently tugging, coaxing baby from the nest. Oh, yes. Love is nudging, gently tugging, coaxing baby from the nest. It's getting to the edge and hoping, letting nature do the rest. Isn't it true? Love is nudging, gently tugging, coaxing baby from the nest. It's getting to the edge and hoping, letting nature do the rest. Love is missing, reminiscing, wishing things could stay the same. Love is missing, reminiscing, wishing things could stay the same. Oh, yeah. It's understanding even ducklings like the seasons have to change. Oh, yeah. So true. It's understanding even ducklings like the seasons have to change. And love is also watching, waving, wondering if love remembers you. And knowing in a happy instant that love has lasted. Such a sweet book. And love is also watching, waving, wondering if love remembers you. And knowing in a happy instant that love has lasted. And grown some too. Oh, I love it. The end. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. I absolutely love that book. It is indeed a good one. Love is this one from Diane Adams and illustrations by KEANE and read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. What is love to you? I hope you enjoyed it. It is indeed a warm book. Absolutely love it. And I think it is a beautiful indeed love letter to all of you parents out there, all of you adults out there that have young ones in your lives, knowing that yes, that love will grow, that love will need to explore, that love will need to go and find wings, spread its wings elsewhere, but knowing too that love lasts and love always remembers. Yes, thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Beautiful book. And for you adults and you kids too, enjoy the moments that you have now. And I know that time flies, so please enjoy the moments that you have now. Make the very best of them that you can. And of course, sometimes it just means sitting together and enjoying those little things, whether it's tidying up after somebody, because when they have moved on, it is a tough one indeed. So I hope you enjoyed this book. It is one to remind us indeed of what love is. What is love to you? Which ones of those do you relate to from the book? Thank you so much for joining in. I absolutely love that book. Thank you for being here on Story Time with me. I hope you got to enjoy it. Thank you for being here. Please do not miss tomorrow's Story Time. If you can, do join us. We have a wonderful story, and I will be joined by the Ogunyemi brothers, Olaolu, who we all know by now, and of course we'll be joined by his brother too, Joshua, who illustrates the books, and they will be reading this one and sharing a little bit more about it. Billy Dipper's Time to Shine. So join in for this one, the latest release from Olaolu Ogunyemi and Joshua Ogunyemi. Please do join in. in and find out what this one is all about. I'm excited for them to be here. It is always fun, and of course excited to hear more about Billy Dipper's Time to Shine. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Absolutely appreciate every minute that we spend together. I hope that you and your loved ones indeed today do have a wonderful time, whether that time is you snuggled up on a couch, whether it is you exploring the wetness outside, or indeed you taking that walk, or just indeed having a beautiful conversation or reading books together. Whatever love is for you, please do enjoy, and absolutely wishing you the very best. Thank you so much for being here on Story Time. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining in, Miss Ingrid. I hope you love that story. It is a beautiful one indeed. I absolutely love it. I enjoy it so much. It is a warm one indeed. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time out in Patagonia. And you're saying happy Thursday to everybody. And I hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for sharing that wonderful message. Oh my goodness. Yes, we do. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. It's on my to-do list. I am so glad, Chrissy. Don't worry about it. We'll get there when we get there. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Good morning to you, Marietta. And you're saying this is such a perfectly written and illustrated book, adding to our collection. That is what Story Time is about, introducing each other to wonderful books indeed. And thank you to everybody that has kept sending in recommendations. I absolutely appreciate them. I promise you, I look at them and look into them so that we can have them here on Story Time, and many others can get to benefit and enjoy them. And you know what? Even if books can't be read on Story Time, we'll still highlight them, show you to them, so you know where to get them and know those books to check out there. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely love it. And say, for me, love is freedom. That's what I've always told my son. Well, thank you so much. What is love for me? Wow. Ooh. Right now, because we're here for Story Time, this is love for me. Being here together, just reading and seeing the familiar names and putting familiar faces to those names, just enjoying it, the joy that it brings me. I absolutely love it. Early mornings don't feel like early mornings here. It is good to be here. Every time the alarm goes off at 6 a.m. in the morning, I'm like, yes, let's get ready for Story Time. I absolutely love it. So this is one of them. And there are many, many things. Of course, I think there's nothing quite like a mother's love. And I grew up with my mom the best. And I am who I am because of my mother. And that love is just, I cannot match it with anything else. So yes, that is love for me. I love my mom to bits. And yeah, every day I leave, I want to make her proud. So absolutely love it. Thank you for asking. Enjoy Story Time. Thank you for being here today. What is love for you, Ingrid? Thank you so much for bringing that out. I just appreciate that question. And I hope that you too can get to reflect on what is love for you out there. Thank you so, so much for joining in Story Time. To everybody that will be joining us, of course, for the recordings, we welcome you to Story Time. And hopefully you'll be back again some more. Not just today, you'll be back tomorrow and many other times. We love seeing you here on Story Time and, of course, reading your messages. Thank you for being here. Remember, you can find Story Time on our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Storytime with Mr. Limada. And of course, you can find us on our website at storytimewithmrlimada.com. Thank you so, so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you. Whatever love is for you, we wish you the very best of that. Tons and tons more of that. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely love it. I am glad you love the story, Miss Ingrid. Absolutely appreciate it. Yes, love is a beautiful letter indeed, a beautiful reminder of us to appreciate the present and also appreciate the change that comes with life. Yes, every little bit of change that comes with it. Thank you so much for joining in. Diane Adams, a big thank you to your creator today. And of course, Claire Keane for bringing that magic to life as well. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, Chronicle Books, we thank you, deeply, deeply thank you for allowing us to share lovely books like this one here on Storytime. Yes, indeed, we're nothing without our creators. We need them, and we are glad to be here to share many amazing stories. Please Do send your recommendations. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, a beautiful day indeed. I wish you nothing but love, 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 and of course, warmth and everything good to you. Thank you so much for joining in today. See you again tomorrow when we are back with our guests, Joshua and Olaolu Ogunyemi, with their latest book. Yes, Billy Dipper's Time to Shine. Please go on out there, shine your light, keep shining, keep smiling, and we'll be back here for story time tomorrow. More community together, learning together. Much love to each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't